Hi, everybody. It is Jennifer from Tarle Speech bringing you another masterclass this week on the short E sound. So today we are going to look at the phonetic symbol, how this sound is spelled, so that if you read and you see a word that you don't know, you'll better be able to know how to pronounce that. We'll do some practice after we learn how to say the sound, and then I will give you the schedule of follow along practice for the week. If you are joining us on a podcast and you want to see any of the presentation, please head over to Tarle Speech on YouTube and you can see the class. All right, without further ado, here is the short E sound. This is the phonetic symbol. Okay, so how do you spell the short E sound? Let's take a quick look. The most common, and if you have younger children learning to read in the US, the short E rule that you learn first is in the short 3-letter words when we have a consonant, a vowel, and then a consonant, and that is going to be the short E in pen. We will also see the EA letter combination in thread, A in any, UE in guest, AI in said, AY in says, IE in friend, and EE in speedometer. So the spelling does get a little confusing on this, but again, most of the time we are going to have that short E rule when you have a word or a syllable and it has the the consonant vowel consonant pattern, then you're going to say the short E. Okay. So let me say the sound for you. I'm going to show you, and then I want you to try to pronounce this sound. Eh, 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 eh. Okay. If that's still too difficult, now let's look at exactly what my mouth is doing. Okay. So my mouth is relaxed and it is open. My lips are pulled back. Okay. So my lips are not puckered. They are not forward. They are pulled back. Eh, eh, eh. All right. What is my tongue doing? My tongue is relatively flat. Eh, eh, eh. The tip of my tongue is pointing down slightly, but the big key here is that the tongue is going to be just between the top and the bottom teeth. It's kind of like peeking out. Eh, 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 eh. Okay. Short, quick. Some of my students really get confused with the ah sound. The ah sound is more open. We want it to be in the middle. Eh. And it's not eh, which is more closed, and the tongue is higher. It's sort of in the middle there. So it's not eh in hit. It's not ah in pat. It's eh in the middle for pet. All right. So now let's go ahead and do some practicing. So what I am going to do is I am going to show you some words and I want you to listen and watch me say each of the words. And then you're going to repeat after me. Again, if you do need to see the visual, head on over to YouTube at Tarle Speech. Okay, so just listen. Egg, exit, enter, entrance, elevator, set, pen, tell, flexible, mention. Okay, so now repeat after me. Egg, exit, enter, entrance, elevator, set, pen, tell, flexible, mention. And now let's do each row. Egg, exit, enter, entrance, elevator. Set, pen, tell, flexible, mention. Okay, how did you do? I think you are ready to move on to some sentences. Again, just listen and then you will take a turn and repeat. Ted was the best pet and a splendid friend. The professional recommendation exaggerated her qualifications. Okay, repeat after me. Ted was the best pet and a splendid friend. Ted was the best pet and a splendid friend. Ted was the best pet and a splendid friend. The professional recommendation exaggerated her qualifications. The professional recommendation exaggerated her qualifications. The professional recommendation exaggerated her qualifications. Okay, how did you do? I hope you did an awesome job. I'm sure you did amazingly well. Thank you for joining me. If you want to know which lessons are coming up, join me every Sunday for a quick preview of the week ahead. And if you miss a lesson, never fear. You can have them delivered all to your inbox each week. So be sure to sign up for my newsletter. Link is in the description below. Also, you can check out my products. There are links below as well if you want to just have this follow along repetition practice at your fingertips. I look forward to seeing you every day for the rest of the year for a new lesson as I celebrate 20 years in business thanks to you. Thanks, everyone. Have an amazing day.